the most important thing is to be able to master your emotional state. Because the problem is that if you are being triggered by this other person's behavior, and it's causing stress and anxiety in the way that you feel, in the way that you're operating on a daily basis, could mean you're losing sleep, your appetite's gone. All of those things are happening. Blood pressure's perhaps running higher than it should. So it's important to gain control of your emotional state, not because that's disregarding the issues that you're going through and that you're feeling. Think of it almost like a strategic approach, that you will be able to handle things more efficiently if you are in a state of calm. Now, the quickest way to do that is through your breathing patterns. Our breathing patterns are dictated by the emotions that we feel. And so, and it's something that you can practice as well, so that, you know, you can access it quickly when you need to. And that's just breathing in deeply, breathe in through the nostrils, so that your breath actually presses down on the diaphragm, and then breathing out. If you're on your own, breathe out through your mouth. If you're in front of the person that's causing the issues for you, then breathe out through the nostrils, because what you don't want is to look like you're hyperventilating, you know. So just try and keep the breathing natural. But the important thing is that the breathing presses down on the diaphragm, because that stops that sort of fluttering feeling that can increase that sense of panic and anxiety inside you. So if, as far as you can, stay in a state of calm. And the reason that that's important is because it will help you to think more clearly. It's important that you do not see yourself as a victim. It's important that you put yourself in the position where you realize you do have choices. They may feel very limited to you right now, but by putting yourself in that position of power, in the sense that you are taking responsibility for what happens, that means you're then in a place where you are more solution focused, that you start seeing small steps. What tends to happen is that we look at the huge gap that's in front of us, and we don't want to step into that gap because it feels way too huge to be able to deal with. So you've got to take things a bit of a time, a step at a time. And that does mean having a strategy of patience around this. But here's another really useful tip, because if you label somebody a narcissist, then you've drawn a conclusion about that person. But, you know, it may be that your analysis is not quite correct, or even if it is correct, the important thing is to look at the behaviors that are causing the problem. So you never label the person. You just look at the behaviors and the issue that behavior is calling. And then it becomes just a little bit more manageable. It means you can look at a strategy around, how do I deal with that particular behavior, rather than this whole person, which again, that's like that huge gap that's right there in front of you.